It's week 6 of the 2024 season. And up next are the Texans' star cornerback.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. We welcome everybody again alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaud and CD. We've got an interesting test here today. One of the league's best passing games and one of the best pass defenses set to square up and see who can perform better in a high-profile matchup.
And you and I talk about all the time how fortunate we are to be in this position, to be around these types of games. And as jacked up as these fans are, how about these two teams? They've been looking forward to testing themselves against what is considered the best on the other side. This is going to be a lot of fun, a very exciting battle headed our way.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. The numbers for Sanders last week: 18 carries, 81 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Those sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one in the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play.
They'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long. Different situations that I may want to go for it.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to have a Texans first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On 2nd and 10, Tua got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards out, they'll have to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Texans at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua quickly into the hands of Beckham. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Tua forced out to his left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive, not like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And the Texans did just break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tua going to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's how multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, Tua gets the dump off to Pierce. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have moved out in front. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running right is Gainwell. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll complete this one to Collins. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is caught, but I don't think he... I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. Tua going to run the sneak. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it... On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tua throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
Still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 4-point game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On first down, Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Great gimmick in on the punt now on 4th down. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead. And they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. From midfield, here's Tua. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On second down, Turpin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because it's a very long field goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That breaks. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Sanders toss left side. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on in that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3s already put through the posts.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. It's like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tua. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Gets past 1 man, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Houston's offense taking over again. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Tua now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stop down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to for right around. Here's Tua. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, Turpin. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Pick up there, it's fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back. discussed earlier, this would be a two-score game right now if he had converted them.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And now this offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Seems pretty obvious defensively the key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. To throw again on second down. Tua over the middle to Beckham. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jordan. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Dancing to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, the return is ruled. They'll score on a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over. And now out. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, here's Pierce. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Going for it with Pierce. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7. A little over 20 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance. And
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 27. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield. The one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Houston, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles,